Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth at both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. You always ask me how do we help Candid Meena, the channel. Your contribution by way of subscription, whenever we go live, makes for a big difference. Whatever the amount, small or big, it makes a difference for the channel to grow. So this is something I would request friends who would like to do it. Today we have two sessions. One is about the link between Gaurav Arya and Rhea Chakravarti. And also the second session, which is at 8 o'clock, is with Lalit Ambarkar about what's happening in Patiala, in Punjab, the kind of chaos created by Khalistanis, and also the drug haul that was discovered in Shaheen Park. So Lalit will speak about that at 8, between 8 to 8:30. This session is an hour long, and you are welcome to join me and also give your inputs. So after the session, we will discuss your comments as well. Thank you so much, and welcome to all the friends who've joined us: Runa, Sharing, Nitin, Amita, uh, Bardhan. Thank you, friends, for joining. I always appreciate SR, appreciate you, giving me your time, valuable time. So let's start with Gaurav Arya. Who is this guy? See, the man who was named in Ria's WhatsApp drug chats. He's the man, who is a hotelier in Goa. So let me just quickly show you a PowerPoint. Yeah. So that's Gaurav Arya. And you remember, Rhea Chakravarti was making frequent visits to Goa with her brother, and we were wondering what was the reason. This was during the hectic investigations by the ED and narcotics under Samir Wankre. So then things slowly died down. Now this man has a hotel called he has a hotel. I think it's called Rain Tree. 1 second, let me just get the Tamarind. It's called Tamarind, and he also has a restaurant called Cafe Continga. So let's just take you through that. So that's the hotel that he has, which is called Rain Tree, and he also, Hotel Tamarind, and he also owns cafes and hotels in Anjuna and Vegeta. So the cafe that he has is called Cafe Continga. Now, this is a place where a lot of foreigners come in, and see, you've always seen Goa is a place where people are relaxed, and the drug scene is also quite rampant. So this could be the reason why a lot of the Bollywood actors, like Deepika and all, who were caught, you remember when Times Now and the Republic revealed the WhatsApp chats, used to fly to Goa. Karan Johar, all of them used to come down. So perhaps it is because the drug cartel is most active in this area and access is much more easier here. So yeah, going back to this person. So you see him here with the foreigners, and that's his hotel. So it's not a 5-star kind of hotel. It's just a sort of perhaps even a 3-star, I would say. Only thing is the ambience looks quite good. See here again, you see him sitting with foreigners. And this was the time when he was cross-questioned by the ED and narcotics for over 8 hours. And he said that he did not even know about SSR, and he only knew Rhea, and that too in 2017. Now here's something very strange, which I'll also go back, revert to when we go towards the end. Now you'll wonder why I'm showing you this photograph. Now here, let me just tell you who these people are. So that's Farhan Akhtar's ex-wife, Aduna Babani, I think. Aduna Babani, yes, Aduna Babani. She was, sort of a hairstylist or hairdresser, and he gave her a talak, and then she, started, going around with Dino Morea's brother. Now this is Dino Morea's brother, and his name is Nicolo Morio. So this is the guy. So you just see, friends. Please try to understand that. See how close knit this circle is. Now, if SSR servant, once SSR died, where does he go? He goes and works with Farhan Akhtar and Shivani. And where does Suraj Pancholi's man work? Rhea puts him in SSR's house. So you see, the whole thing is so. It's like, earlier I would say, in certain communities they would marry only within the family so as to keep the wealth within the family. But what I see here is that within drug, this whole drug nexus, they try to curtail it to within these people. And all these people, if you see, they're all involved in scams. And this I'll go to later. So, and also, remember, sources like Nigerians and all bring in a lot of drugs into India. So, yeah, going back to this, going back to Gaurav. So then you remember what Manish Shinde. Yesterday we were discussing about Manish Shinde now standing for the accused in the Janvi Kukhneji case. Now he tried to whitewash Ria's character through channels like India Today and CNN IBN by saying that, see, she had no connection with Gaurav or drugs or anything. But our the WhatsApp chats very clearly in Times Now and in Republic revealed, they were actually drugging SSR, even in the water. And this was in connection with one, Jaya Saha. So this was all revealed very clearly. And Samir Wankade and his team were so meticulous in finding out all the details. And the ED also, they were also working overtime. Now here you have the people who SSR mentioned were a part, of the group who actually bait him up. You have Dino Morea, you have Imtiaz Khatri, and of course, this person is there everywhere, even at the gate. That is Suraj Pancholi, and they're all at the same party. You see, Ekta Kapoor is also there. So this is the same group if you look at them, and they know each other's secrets and they protect it. And yeah, this is the time when she was, her WhatsApp chats came out and she was saying, I haven't done too many hard drugs, according to only MDMA once. So she was just trying to show that she's not much into drugs. And here you see how cleverly she leaked a video showing SSR looking rather funny and smoking missing a drug, cigarette or what called marijuana. Now, see, they wanted to project SSR as a drug addict. It's the same as, they wanted to show Divya Bharti as an immoral woman and, and a lady who used to drink too much. Or also, if you look at Parveen Babi, how they tried to show that Parveen Babi was immoral, when actually she was not. She was a very graceful and beautiful actress who everybody exploited. So they all became a part of victims of this huge drug cabal. And you remember, I'll talk about this as well, Dino Morea's huge land scam. And he also has a restaurant called Crepe Station in Mumbai, where a lot of the drugs are also allegedly given. This is what people who've been there say. And then, yeah. So let's go back to our story. So, yes. So let's go back to who this guy is. You see, he is very, very strongly connected with these people, Rhea and all. But he tried to get away from it, and of course, political clout helped him. It's but what I find is that it's strange that even SSR, who was so intelligent, actually, you know, got involved with a woman like Rhea Chakravarti. So now with India aggressively handling the drug cartel and being on the lookout for any sort of drug material that comes into India. We're looking at the SSR case in this connection because what they tried to do is something very clear. They wanted to make him look like a weak drug addict, who could be, who could be, pushed as a basket case, as in what happened to Amir Khan's brother Faisal Khan, or to an actor you wouldn't, perhaps the younger generation would not know, Raj Kiran, who was also a victim in the hands of Mahesh Bhatt. See, if you don't fall, and into this cabal, the way their rules are, formed, if you don't play game with them, this is what happens. And it happened to a lot of these strong-willed people, including SSR and Disha. So, if you look at the contents of Ria's chats with Gaurav, it showed her sporadically using drugs like MDA, marijuana, and among many others. So, was he her alleged drug supplier? Here, why I'm asking you this question is, if you look at, at that time when the Times Now and all were investigating, and then they stopped it, they did a U-turn. At that time, they showed a lot of these receipts where her air tickets itself showed that she made more than 7 visits in a month to Goa. What was her interest in Goa? And since she was contacting this guy, Gaurav, that meant that there was something more to it. So if you look at Gaurav, now let's get back to this man's background. Who is this man? This man owns hotels and cafes in Goa's Anjuna and Bageta areas. His restaurant Cafe Continga and Hotel Tamarind are known for their parties in Goa. He was raised in Old Delhi and he worked with an ad agency called Ray Worldwide in Delhi. He studied music and then moved to Goa in 2007. His father is also in the hospitality business. When the investigation of SSR's death started, the ED retrieved Gaurav's alleged WhatsApp conversations with Rhea Chakravarti that dated back to 2017, in which they were talking about narcotics. Gaurav's name surfaced in these chats where she spoke about hard drugs and MDMA. The ED and the Narcotics Control Bureau were probing a bigger drug racket. They believed that this would lead them to a much bigger drug racket. Here, I would also like to tell you that these people are also connected very closely with Arjun Rampal, who was questioned several times by Samir Wakar. It was Arjun Rampal's girlfriend and her brother who were also deeply entrenched in this drug racket, and they were dealers. So that link was also there. Again, everything we'll go through it step by step. And so these WhatsApp conversations happened in 2017. And this would also explain why Rhea Chakravarti she and her brother, made so many trips to Goa, all at the cost of Sushant Singh Rajput, because they were using his credit card and his money. Now, in the WhatsApp chats, you remember, I don't know how many of you would still recall, Rhea was seen talking about drugs with Jaya Saha of Kwan, Sushant Singh's Rajput's former talent manager. Now, Samuel Miranda, Sushant's manager, and a man called Gaurav Arya, who we just spoke to you about. And they started investigating the case. Now, in Ria's WhatsApp chat, it read something like, "Do you have MD?" Another message read, "In case we speak about hard drugs, I haven't been doing too much. I tried MDMA once." Meanwhile, during this period, Ria was interrogated by the ED multiple times, and she was called 4 times by the CBI. Her mother and father were also summoned by the CBI. The internal documents of the ED, as reported by the media, stated that CBD or cannabidiol, a chemical compound extracted from marijuana, which is banned over certain concentrations, was procured by Ria to mix it in the coffee of Sushant Singh Rajput. Now, here I'd like to tell you, friends, that see the way in fact, what she had given Z, the clips. There were 2 clips that was given to Z, and showed it as explosive videos. In this, he's seen singing a song, and Siddharth Pitani is seen uh, you know drumming, and there's someone else with a guitar. I don't know who that is. And also in the second one, he's shown as very sick. It's like he's not able to talk properly. His tongue was missing. So these were efforts by Rhea to tell people that she was not into drugs, but it was Sushant who was a drug addict. We all know, the background to it, that he was the one who was being, given, administered these drugs. Right from the time when he went to Europe, and then after that, she kept him in her house for a few weeks before he was moved to Waterstone Spa, where also he was this continued, and then back to his house, where you remember the driver used to say that he used to sleep for days, and these people used to party. Ria and her friends used to party, and the person administering the medicines at that time, or the drugs, was Siddharth Pitani, another traitor who's now in jail. So if you're looking at the possible, the drug racket, Gaurav Arya was summoned for several rounds of questioning, and he was questioned for over 8 hours. And they also scanned and cloned his phone. So, because they wanted to know all the talk that was happening between this man and Ria. So meanwhile, the Narcotics Bureau registered an NDPS Act, case against her based on the ED request to probe the drug angle in the death case. And she and her brother invited even more trouble once again, as the NCB had taken into custody a few drug peddlers who had possible links with the pair. One of them had reportedly admitted to knowing Shovik Chakravarti. Moreover, the CBI had also confronted Ria's father. You remember, he was a medical doctor in the army, retired, and he was also instructing Ria, how the medicines should be given. So we talk about medicines, but most probably they could have been drugs in connection with the drug angle. So the parents were also summoned by the agency. Now, once more, I'd like to reiterate, friends, that all this hard work was done by one single man and his team. That was Samir Wankade and his team, plus the ED, to unravel the bigger game, which is the drug angle. And all this was diluted later because of political powers of people like the Mahavikas Aghadi and the main person, Sharad Pawar and Nawab Malik. Because they knew that if they did not seal Samir Wankade's fate, they could not save their own backsides. Because Nawab Malik's own son-in-law was caught in the drug racket. Now, what's interesting is I'm coming back to the picture where, these people are seen together. So now these people party very often in Goa, and you also know that all these people, Salman Khan, Karan Johar, all of them come down to Goa. Apparently, there's something very interesting happening in Goa, and that's why they all come. And I'm sure the connection must be this man, Gaurav Arya, and easy access to, whatever they need for a kick. Now here, you will remember, see that Dino Morea was last year, caught in a bank loan fraud case of 1.4 crores. The Enforcement Directorate, while probing now a money laundering case with regards to Dino Morea, they found out many transactions. This was money laundering. Okay, many transactions between the Sandesh Saraz and Irfan Siddiqui, Dino Morea, and DJ Akil. As per the investigation, Dino Morea received 1.4 crores, while DJ Akil and Irfan Siddiqui received 12.54 crores and rupees 3.51 crores respectively from Sandesh Saraz brothers. The proceeds have been declared as criminal by the ED, and they've seized the assets worth rupees 1.4 crores of Dino Morea, rupees 2.41 crores of Irfan Siddiqui, and rupees 1.98 crores of DJ Akil. The ED has said that out of the rupees 16,000 crores considered as proceeds of crime in the Sandesh Saras case, assets worth rupees 14,521 crores were attached. The case also involves a rupees 14,500 crore bank loan fraud alleged by Sterling Biotech, and its main promoters and directors were missing. According to the investigating agency, this was a bigger bank scam in volume than the Punjab National Bank fraud involving jewelers Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi. Now, what I'd like to tell you is uh, there's something so strange about this man, Dino Morea. He owns a restaurant called Crepe Station Cafe, which is said to be one of the fastest growing cafe chains in India. It was alleged that that also drugs were being sold here. I'm not sure about that, but this was what was reported. Remember how SSR had written in his diary that he was beaten up by a gang that included Dino Morea, and also the fact that Dino Morea was the first one who tweeted about SSR's death being a suicide even before the police came. And he was followed by Akshay Kumar. So it's very strange that this man is, involved in all these things, and also the fact that he stayed very close to Sushant Singh's house, and he was very close to, and is still very close to, the Penguin. Now, all these actors, right from Deepika to Salman Khan's family and Karan Johar, as we said, holiday in Goa, and we all always wonder: is it the sea and the sand? No, there's much more to it as we are, going through this. Now, if you look at how Rhea allegedly drugged Sushant, as seen in the Zee TV shots, it's something very similar to what Amir Khan tried to do to Faisal Khan, according to his interview, and what Mahesh Bhatt did to Raj Kiran and Parveen Babi. One people like Jaya Saha was instructing Rhea through their WhatsApp chats how to make SSR drink water without realizing there were drugs in it. And whose company is Kwan? So, it's strange that Salman Khan, washed his hands off, saying that it was not his company. But if you look at it, there are very strange, connections. And Kwan, you remember, was a center where women were abused, who want to be, models and actresses were first molested before they were given jobs. And it's also a Vasuli company where actors and actresses are given, assignments, and much of their money kept by these people. And they were also blackmailed. And it employed women like Rhea, who were then sent to parties as, where drugs and alcohol were allegedly being served. So these were also escort women. So this is what has been, reported, and everything what I'm saying is already there in, a public forum. And I'm only putting these things together for you to get an idea how big this drug racket is. Now, all the Bollywood actors were being provided provided mal by these type of companies. The kind of hard work that Samir Wankade did, and what they did in return, using political clout to remove the very man who exposed the deep nexus, is what worked in their favor. In the end, what happened? Ananya Pandey, who was called for the second time, did not appear, and Shah Rukh Khan went to Delhi to meet some political person to say that this has to be done. And what had to be done? Samir Wankade had to be transferred. And also, the recent case where the main accused, was main accused in the Aryan Khan case, was dead. And this is under very, very suspicious circumstances. Who wanted him dead? It could be only one person. We all know who that is. As we said yesterday, when Nidhi Kukreja was also said, she was also said, see, all this, don't think that these are all isolated incidents. What happened to SSR is exactly what has happened, what happened to young girls like Janvi Kukreja and Neha Ashori, the young inspector we spoke about in Punjab, who was shot at point blank. The moment Nidhi Kukreja's case gained limelight, the master of all lawyers, Satish Mane Shinde, appeared to protect the accused. So SSR, like Parveen Babi, was a victim who knew exactly what was happening and could not rescue himself despite all that was happening. Now, here what I want to tell you is that, see, how did these people, Gaurav and all these people, how did they escape? You know, it's all political clout. After that, he was never caught. What happened? And if all these Bollywood actors all had, were smoking, cocaine or marijuana, how come they were not caught? Is it possible that the present NCB is being very lenient on them? Why did they find Samir Wankhede? So absolutely, they found him a little bit, dicey, or were they scared of his bravery? And also, was there a mole in the NCB that was reporting everything that was happening to the political clout? So, if you look at it again, as we said yesterday when we were speaking to lawyer Kiran Narayan, is that there's a huge nexus that's working, and everybody in the chain gets affected. If you're talking about young girls, young boys, parties, middle class children, school children, people who go to gyms where drugs are mixed in the nutritional powders that are sold. How do you know? See, there was a case where cakes that were sold were filled with drugs. So how do you know that the meal that you're eating is not laced with cocaine or marijuana? So it's become so dangerous when a place like Shaheen Bagh, which we spoke about yesterday, they had 100 kilos of drugs which came from Afghanistan. It's scary, and how do we protect our youth? We keep speaking about this through our channel, but the message has to go from every one of you to educate people that, see, this is a big nexus that's happening, and your children are too innocent. I met this lady who wanted to, whose daughter somehow wants to get into the film world. Very intelligent girl who scored very high marks, but she doesn't have any idea what sandalwood or Mollywood or Tollywood or Bollywood holds in store for them. The first thing that they do is casting couch. Second thing is they take videos of the girl or the boy and then start blackmailing them, drugging them. And once you're a part of the circle, only if you agree to the rules of the cabal do you get films. So again, if you look at it, at the larger picture, what is SSR's death proved? SSR's death has proved that Bollywood is not going to survive, and that's how it has gone down. So let me just take some of your comments. I'll also leave this stream open in case you'd like to join me. Yeah. Gloria says, these evil doers should not go scot-free. Once the party which are supporting these monsters change, there'll be some hope. These criminals will be exposed. Keeping fingers crossed. Absolutely, Gloria. Yes, Meena, if there is a process, how they trap the newcomers. Sikkim Tiger, I would reveal many truths if folk were open to listen without abuse. Parties where pedophiles like Sandeep Singh and Penguin hang around. Yes, and also a lot of these people are in control of the dark net. Most of the videos of these killings are shown on the dark net. Drugs are ordered through the dark net. So there's something very eerie happening which the younger generation should be made aware of. I just read online that Kangoo is the new muse in uh, Unity Kapoor's life. You must be talking about Kankana. I was so upset by views that was thinking of leaving the movement. Sanchi, Cabal's reach have spread so much that they're not touched even. That's disappointing for people and creates a loss of trust in the system. Absolutely. Sharing. These people escape because the law is in their pockets, all monsters. See, when their own sons-in-law or daughters-in-law or daughters are involved sharing in the drug racket, they will only try to protect them. And what happens is righteous officers who've trained so hard and proved their mettle over the years, are removed without even a shred of, what do you say, emotion or anything. I mean, then how are you going to cleanse the system? Tiger says there are worse things happening. This is only one part of the iceberg. Priya, the meaning of boycott Bollywood means to completely boycott. Don't watch the movie of these traitors, whether free or spending cash. Well said, Priya. And why are these girls like Tara Sutaria, Disha Patni, and Mrinal Thakur getting so many offers within no time? I fail to understand this. Here also you'll find that, see, recently there were photographs of Tiger Shroff with Tara Sutaria in some Gurdwara, I think, and trying to act all holy. Now, any woman who's connected to Tiger Shroff will know that they are a part of the cabal. So whether it's Disha Patni or Tara Sutaria or any other women, because they are a part of it, and that's why they get films. Uh, Anita says we shouldn't forget Dino's brother owns a restaurant and food was delivered. Yes, this is what I'm saying, Anita. And there are so many reports that even in these restaurants, it's sold something. Something is sold along with it. And when these people are all drug peddlers, whether you're talking about Arjun, Rampal, his brother-in-law, his his girlfriend, not his wife, his girlfriend of many years, they're all involved in it. And Samir has beautifully, sort of exposed it. But who wants Samir Wankade? Who wants to protect our youth? Who wants to protect our society? Who wants to clean this drug-infested country? Nobody wants it. A young inspector in Punjab, she was shot, somebody just walked into her office, a government office with a gun and shot her. If we do not protect our officers, how can we cleanse the system? Vadan, Netflix released Dangu, and I was just wondering why would someone pay 299 rupees for membership when you can watch it online for free, that to a HD print. If you plan to watch Alia Bhatt and everybody knows that you can't act for nuts, I mean, I think you be cuckoo. Nitin, big politicians, underground mafia, law in India and abroad, whole police systems of major states are involved in gutter business. So nothing to do with them. Punjab was such a beautiful state, but it fell into the hands of these drug lords. And then the youth of Punjab suffered because of that. I mean, which party in Punjab cared for the youth there? They all said that they were going to do wonderful things in Punjab. And look at this man up, Arvind Kejriwal. Look at the kind of chaos that they're spreading in Patiala. Is this what the voter asked for? I wish I could reveal things, but I've been abused way too much. Actually, these drugs are used as painkillers or sedatives. So it's very easy for a doctor to access it. Yes. There is some one else, Gaurav Arya, No, not we're not talking about Major Gaurav Arya. I've clearly shown you the picture of the person. So I'll again show you the picture so that you do not mistake. This man is a hotelier in, yeah, this is the man. You can see him in different shots. And this is his hotel. So this is the man, it is not Major. Major Gaurav is a patriot, and we would not talk about him in this manner. Sanchi. Lack of justice is demotivating and motivates negativity, wrong actions. These people feel powerful and become dominating. You see, Sanchi, the way, if you look at the conversations between Aryan Khan and in the WhatsApp between Ananya Pandey, she was saying that she's going to provide him drugs. And Janki Pandey has absolutely no problem with that. His daughter acting as a drug peddler to Sarke's son is fine. They want to teach a lesson to Samir Wankade and his family. They don't want to chastise their children for taking drugs. This is Bollywood for you. Yes, he was drugged. It was a terrible shame. Bollywood is such a joke. Runway 34 and Heropanti 2's DVDs are out already for €3. Sanchi, if it's so open about drugs trafficking, why nobody takes any action? It's becoming like a new normal nowadays. Everything is there, but no action from the government. Sad reality, devastating. Now, here, Sanchi, I'd like to also beg to differ that certain people, you know, exactly as what Kiran, the lawyer, said yesterday, is that, see, in some of the parties that's happening in these cities, the people themselves are bringing in a softer kind of drugs. So you have to put a stop to it. Everything the police can't do, you have to also monitor. You see? So when it's happening in society, you have to alert the police that we're having a party here and they're sharing drugs. We should also be policemen in disguise or without uniform, I would say. Why can't we also fulfill our roles? How much can a good leader or a good policeman or people like the narcotics officers do? I finally learned that Mukesh Bhatt will not discuss here, as 94%, 94.5% will not be able to digest the truth. This dirty nexus with the struggling actors run their drugs business and behind back doors of their hotels, restaurants, snack bar, pan dukan. Exactly. So this is a very scary situation. Vardhan, I was going to say the same thing. Okay, let's see what I was always suspicious about this Dino guy. How come he's living so lavishly despite no films in hand? Yeah, and I think he's half Italian, and also the fact that he's very close to the Mahavikas Agadi, that is the Thakres, can be always seen in Aditya Thakre's car. Nisha. Rajat was the one SSR sister and husband was firing on a YouTube video. SSR's accountant, Rajat, I think was also the accountant of Gaurav Arya when the ED summoned him. Rajat was with uh, Gaurav Arya. Also remember, Nisha, that the fact that when these people were caught, Karan Johar, in his party with drugs, became such an issue. He was called. He didn't go. He sent his assistant. Then he used some of his powerful political clout, most probably from Delhi, from a certain lady, and he would have got scot free because these are friends, best friends. They call themselves besties of these political people, and they get away scot free. Whatever digging you do, whatever exposure you have, whatever proof you have, with just a swish of the hand of a politician, can be all wiped away. All said and done, Deepika did not get scot free from the white powder incident, but I think her parents were affected by this. Her dad was a great renowned sports star, and the family name was tarnished. It is, because her father is very well known in the badminton arena, but what she has done is absolutely shameful. Runa. I see the connection now. Thanks, Meena. It's a web, and the agencies should be able to crack it, which isn't difficult. But the fact is, Runa, they are not doing their jobs. We keep giving them information. We try to put piece things together. But what's happening? Nobody's interested because money has become such an important criteria for all these people. Gaurav Arya is a hotelier who has resorts and cafes in Goa's Anjuna and Bagata. His restaurant, Cafe Kotinga, and other resorts are quite known for parties. Yes. Yes. So let me just take a few of your latest comments. Namrata, yes, true. That about Samir Wankde. Miss him in action. Now more than ever. Absolutely. Lakshmi, what has the agency done? And with all the proofs got from summoning so many people. See, here, Lakshmi, I'd like to tell you, see, there's a lot of jealousy going around because Samir Wangare had proved to be, so brave, and also, or the fact that, see, with all the limelight on him, there was a lot of jealousy, perhaps in the LCB itself. And these people, there could be one or two people who would have not, sort of bear the fact that this man was becoming important in the eyes of public. So there's a lot of envy that pulls good people like Samir down. Rinky, these murders started with Divya Bhatti and still going on, which proves law is for the richest in the richest and powerful people. Lots expected from, yes. Sikkim Tiger, when one wants to fight for the truth, they are suppressed and censored. Soumya, they live in a different world with no ethics, morals, and fear of law. See, today I was just looking at some of the pictures of Janvi Kapoor, daughter of Sridevi. Now, this girl was very protected when Sridevi was around. And we've also seen the way Sridevi has lost her temper when the girls wanted to pose for the photographs. Now, if you see today's pictures of Janvi Kapoor, first of all, she's changed her contours. So either it could be plastic surgery or whatever, a silicone breast. But from someone who's small built, now she has become rather buxom. And the pictures that we see every day are of her wearing nearly nothing, something like Urfi. And is this what her mother wanted? It's a very sad state of affairs. And if they think that the youngsters of India would follow them, they're sadly mistaken. Because young girls and boys are aspiring to do well in their jobs. They're not interested in these. They are no longer what you call these Bollywood stars. They are nothing. They don't understand it. When they pose like this, it is only for what you call the sleazy people to see and enjoy. They don't understand it. Mira, these people like Sexta and Kejo seem to have some sort of a hold on politicians, hence get away with murder. Yes, true. Sikkim, SRK and John Cena are traffickers. Sikkim, I believe a certain NGO is also. Yes. Sorry to say, but today's girls rest terribly. They protect their children but do child trafficking. What else people need to know? Boycott them, please, says Anita. Leonara, Samir Wankade was deliberately moved out as soon as SRK visited someone in Delhi. And not only the Aryan was given bail, in fact, a clean chit as well. See, if that is, if it's as simple as you say, Leonora, it's okay. But look at the months, weeks, and months of maligning that they did to Samir Wankade, his wife, his father, and sister. How can we forgive them for that? I mean, which you build your reputation over the years. And these people were ripping them apart for no reason, just to get them out. True Indian. Hello, all. Imagine without SSR diaries, public would have no idea about drugs and politics would have been played. Lakshmi. All the things are hidden from PM Modi. I don't think he will join hands with such criminals. Uh, Someone's helping these criminals to get away and whitewash their image. Shilpa Shetty is one such example. Absolutely. Astro. Saw Bulbulaya trailer, same garbage against Hindus. Sharing. There are too many sleazy traffickers. If I reveal more truth, people will not be able to digest it. You're welcome to, reveal them, and we will read your messages, Sikkim. Leonardo, Oliveed is going down the dumps and fast, and will soon be diminished. Two officers from Samirji's team are suspended for negligence, clearly being punished for doing their job, risking their lives, breaking, exposing the cartel. Well said, Soumya. Thank you, Anita Mehra, for being a part of our family and for contributing to make our channel stronger. I really appreciate it. What happened to Rana's case? Why are the public and judiciary numb to all such events? What message are we getting? See, everything, they behave, it's like a banana republic where they can do anything and nobody, can hit back. That's the kind of state that the Mahavikas is running. Sikkim Tiger says, May Samir Wankareji be forever protected from evil. I've known them, these tribes, since 2007, but never been able to talk much as there are a lot of close minded people who resort to abuse. They have suffered and have been disgraced for targeting Samir Wankade and his family. Once you've been there, done, you're done for life. Yes. And Padma Lakshmi has the audacity to tweet. Shameless women never tweeted once. Another toolkit. Yes. Each party are playing with the SSR case. Today, what I saw was that there was a puja that was being done by apparently by SSR's sisters and his father and mother. So not his real mother, yeah, other mother, and they were all doing some puja, and some other people were also there. So there was a huge poster of SSR at the place. When you see his photo, you realize that almost 2 years are over since his death. And CBI is as quiet as mice. They have absolutely no shame. They have no accountability. They're being paid by the public for doing nothing. That's what I would say. But the SSR Diaries itself has exposed exactly what is happening behind Bollywood doors. If the CBI cannot look at it, it means they don't care for justice. Lakshmi, youth can find plenty of ways to become famous. This industry is worth nothing. They compress all talents. Only those who sing their tunes can be famous. Rest will be just YouTubers. Here, I'd also like to tell you, friends, in another very strange way. See, this girl is being pushed, I'm sure, by people like Sexta, where I'm talking about Urfi, where they created a situation where, she's fooled into thinking that she's acting in a porn film, and a Nigerian or someone comes and they're about to do the shooting. And then they tell her that, oh, it was a big joke. Now, I think slowly these people are trying to introduce that too. Till now, it was only exhibitionism, where Urfi hardly wears any clothes. Now it's leading to something more, sleazy. Please watch what these people are doing with this young girl. I don't know whether this young girl is being drugged because she doesn't look normal when she comes in front of cameras. There must be something absolutely abnormal about her that she should do these things. And now you see, they're stretching it so far They're pushing her into things that the government should be asking. The Ministry of Women and Child should be asking, can a woman do this? And she says that she has become very rich because of this. So who is sponsoring her? And who is patronizing her to do these things? Toolkits are scripts written by cabals, and everyone has to follow the toolkit and adopt their rules, or else the punishment for rebellion against them is death by murder. Thank you, Anita, once again for your super sticker. Here, I'd like to. The reason I'm thanking Anita is that we do not have anybody as a a sponsor or anybody paying this channel. We try to bring truth to you through research, and also because we want to present the truth. Whenever you feel that you want to contribute in whatever way you can, whether it's a small amount or what, realize that see it helps us to make our channel stronger. And normally I do not push this, but now I with so much of the work going backstage, this is the only request that I can have of you friends. So once again, thank you, Anita, for your kind gesture. Soumya says, I used to wonder why and how these talentless people get into showbiz. Now I know. Yes. Tom and Jerry, shame on CBI. Absolutely. So on this note, I'll end this. Thank you for joining me as always. And the next show is at 8 p.m. with Irfan, with Lalit Ambarkar, and it will be about what's happening in Punjab and what's happening in Shaheen Bagh. Please join us. Thank you and good night.